Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, so I knew I was going to have to do something for the plants I was worried about getting too cold. It's 2 nights of 29 to 30 degrees. Now, we had a 28-degree night, and the early peas don't mind a little bit of cold for short term like this. So we've got the next 3 days of much cooler weather, and the couple of nights are going to be below freezing. So I have not covered up the early peas. I just don't think it's going to affect them very much. But if you notice, in every grow bag where every tomato is planted, I put hay on top of all of them. Now, that's just to keep the frost from getting on the plant. It'll help keep them a little bit warm from the breeze and such, but that's going to help keep that frost off the plant. Hopefully it'll survive. My tomatoes are tiny, you know, 1 to 2 inches at best. So I've still got the 5 in the windowsill that have multiple plants in each cup. Well, 4 of them do. 1 of them never came up. But so I can separate those out when they get bigger and replant tomatoes if I have to, but I'm trying to save them. So I bought 2 bales of hay today, and you see I used a little over half of 1 bale. But this first bed was squash. I know the cold will get my squash, and it's just now starting to do something. Sorry for my hand. I'm trying to warm one up while I'm using one. So I've completely covered them, and I basically shook it until it gently covered it, and then added more and more on top just to keep that frost off of them and hopefully keep them warm. See right here, this is the red potato bed. I didn't quite cover that enough. There's a lot there, but I wasn't trying to be perfect with it. But if I can keep that frost off of them and keep it from killing the plant, that'll give me a better chance of not having to replant everything. So I covered the carrots. I don't know if the carrots can tolerate the cold or not, but it ain't going to hurt to cover them up. I mean, they're going to miss the sun for 3 days, but after that I'll just come pull all the hay off and I'll reuse it in the chicken pens. And I covered up this bed of squash, which only had 4 plants in it. And I covered up the zucchini. And y'all, I should have showed you the zucchini before I covered it up. This plant here in this corner and the one in that corner, they're over 1 foot long. They've jumped. So I went ahead and covered them really well. This is the green beans and purple hull peas. I don't know how to frost or treat them, so I covered them. Now, you notice I didn't do the entire bed. I basically just put it over the plants because those plants are small. So I'm just trying to keep the frost off, so hopefully it won't do any damage to my plants. It's not going to kill the plant to miss some direct sunshine during the day. And I don't think it's going to hurt the onions. I'm not going to bother to cover them up. I've got more straw, but I'm just not going to cover up the onions. And we'll see how it works out. I don't know. You can see the mess I made, but that's part of shaking the hay and getting it to lay down. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video, and you'll probably see this Thursday. I think I uploaded already for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So this video will be short again, but it'll come out Thursday. And Thursday it's supposed to warm up quite a bit. By the end of next week, we're back into the 80s, upper 70s and low 80s. So, oh my goodness, I'm doing what I can. You know, a bale of hay down here cost me about $12.50 with tax and all. I think I spent about 25 bucks on 2 bales of hay, and I'm planning on putting my old milk crates in the chicken pens and see if I've got some hens that are trying to get broody on me. Usually when I give them a place to be broody, they quit. But once this cold snap is over with, all this hay I rake out, I'll put it in those old milk crates, and set them up in there and see if and stuff all their nesting boxes full as well, and see if they will get in there and start to you know, raise some babies, because I'm pretty sure spring will definitely be here after this last frost. At least I don't think we'll have any more, but we'll just have to see. But I'm trying to save what I got. I planted really early for my area. My boss told me I planted about a month too early. I know I planted a little bit, pretty much the same time as Tony at R&W Farmstead, and he's a couple hours further south in South Georgia than I am. So I know I planted early, but that's okay. Last year I planted late and had a good year in the garden. So this year I wanted to get an early start on it. And if this is what it takes for my plants to survive because I planted early, then I don't mind doing that. But at least I'm not planting late this year. So I'm hoping this works. I could get my old tarps out. I got a half a dozen or more tarps over there, and cover this stuff up, and I got plenty of blocks and all to hold it down. But I think the hay will do just as good, if not better, than covering everything with tarps, especially since I've got like tomato cages on the green beans, purple oil peas, and the early peas, you know, and all the grow bags have tomato cages. It'd be hard to cover up all the grow bags. I could put them under the shelter, you know, on the lean-to back there, but I think this is the best route to go. Now, I'm still learning. Y'all know this is only my second year of doing a raised bed garden, but so far I've learned a lot. I tell you what I was thinking the other day when I was out here working. I wish I'd have bought the 2-foot deep beds. It's a good and a bad thing. The bad thing is going to take a lot more soil to fill them up. The good thing is you don't have to bend over quite as much, as far anyway. So I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate you guys following along. If I get the opportunity, I'm gonna come out here, because this will be Monday night and Tuesday night. I think that's the last of the freezing temps, but they've changed our weather forecast on the app that I follow so many times. Sometimes it says 2 nights of freezing, sometimes it says 3. I'd rather leave it covered up to be safe. So, you know, I won't be able to complete this video if I wait till Thursday morning, because that's when I'm supposed to have my video uploaded. So I'll have to do another and let y'all know how it comes out. I do appreciate y'all following along. Thank you for all the comments, subscribing, hitting the thumbs up. And, you know, if you don't mind, share the channel out. Let your family and friends know about it. If they enjoy this type of content, this and my chickens is mainly what I do. I do some things like building that desk for my grandson. You know, if it's got anything to do with homesteading, I pretty much do it at some point in time. So anyway, I appreciate y'all sharing it to help me grow my channel. I'm approaching 5 years old, I think. It's either 4 or 5. And I'm still at 781. And it goes up a couple and it comes back down. So if y'all could help me with that, I would appreciate it. Y'all remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. All right, guys. So I got the squash bed uncovered. Now there's a little bit of straw left. There's no need to rake it all gone. It'll compost in with the rest of it, and all the plants are exposed, so it's not going to hurt it. So I've started on the zucchini bed, and as you can see, the plants look really good. I don't see any frost damage at all, and we did have a good hard frost this morning. So it's going to be a lot of work raking this stuff off the plants, and I'm packing it in trash bags. I brought 4 bags out. I might need a little bit more than that, but I'm going to pack it in trash bags so I can reuse it in the chicken pens for their nesting boxes. Now, I've already filled their nesting boxes, but I can save this until I need more, or my sister can use it for her dog kennel, where they've got an outside dog that stays in a big kennel. And they put hay in there to give it something to bed with, because it won't use the dog house they give it. But anyway, so I can give her some of it or whatever, but I'm going to try to finish uncovering this stuff. Tonight's supposed to be a low of 42. Last night, I don't know, it was around 30, but we did have a good frost this morning. So I'm going to finish getting the rest of this straw. Now, it may look like that bed, but it looks worse on camera, honestly, because there's just not much there. If I rake it, I'm getting a lot of dirt with the straw, and that's not going to hurt anything. So, anyway, it'd be nice if the other squash would come up, but you know what? If I have to, I'll transplant this one over into that bed, and the 5 will be over there, or 4 will be over there, and then I'll replant this bed again and try to get squash to come in here later than that one. So that'll be a month and a half ahead of this, and that way I can have squash continuing to grow, hopefully before the bugs get too bad in the heat of the summer. So that's my goal. The early peas did very well. You can't even tell that they had a frost issue last night. Not really. Now, it may show up as we go through the next couple of days, but the plants look really good. They're still trying to vine out and grabbing a hold to the tomato cage, if y'all can see that. So they're doing really well. I'm not complaining at all. This straw seems to have done its job. Now, I'll bring y'all back and show you what the tomatoes look like when I pull the straw off of them. So I'll probably, you know, if they all survived, great. If not, then I'll just replant tomatoes. But starting with seed this late in the year, one of my best friends, he starts his tomato seeds on New Year's inside in little planter trays with covers, and he keeps light on them and all that. So by the time spring is here, his tomatoes are already a foot tall, and he transplants them outside. So gardening for him is a relaxation hobby. That's what helps him clear his mind and all that from his daily work. For me, it's a prepper item. I don't do it because I love it. I do enjoy it, but I do it because I can raise food and be a lot cheaper than the grocery stores, and I know it's healthy for me and my family. So that's the idea. So I'll bring y'all back when I get the rest of the straw picked up and the tomato cages done, or bags done, and get the straw out of them, and we'll see how they look. Okay guys, look at there. All 4 of the zucchini plants look great. Then the 3 on this side look great. So y'all remember I had 4 in here and 1 that hadn't come up. Look at there. That one broke through the ground while it was covered with straw, with hay. Those 5 look good. So purple hull peas and green beans, not really sure which one is which, but they've survived very well. Even the one that something got the top off of is come back and got leaves coming out on it. And I thought I was going to lose it because something broke it off when it was about 1 inch tall. So far, that hay over the plants worked very well. I've got to get the squash uncovered there and all the potatoes uncovered, and then my carrots. Then I got to do all the grow bags. A lot more work in it than you think, but I'll be back. All right, guys. So, looking at everything, I can see a little bit of wilting going on the zucchini, but really not much. I'm expecting it to perk back up. I'm fixing to water it. Hasn't been watered in 3 or 4 days, other than rain. But the potatoes, I think, took the worst of it. Quite a bit of freeze damage on the plants, but not enough to kill the plant. So you see a little bit on that one. But overall, the plant looks pretty good. So everything except the potatoes pretty much survived with no issues so far. Now, they may die in the next few days, I don't know, but so far they look very, very good. It was a lot of work getting up the straw, and you see there's straw everywhere. I'm never going to get every scrap of it up, but it's not going to hurt the raised beds. And I bought some more organic compost soil and some more of that black cow compost. So I've already mixed it in my wagon over there. I'll come out tomorrow. Sun got too late today, but I'll come out tomorrow and I'm going to start shoveling that around all my potato plants and mound them up quite a bit. See if I can't get them to produce a little bit better. But from what I've seen, the tomato plants survived pretty doggone good. I think once I water them, and tomorrow the high's in the 70s. So I did see a couple that I broke pulling the straw out, but every bag still has tomatoes in it. So hopefully that saved the tomatoes and the squash and zucchini and potatoes, I'm hoping. The onions, I can't tell anything affected them, and I didn't put straw on them. The early peas, no difference. They're doing great. So I'm going to end this thing. I'm going to get my water hose drug over here, and I'm going to water every plant just a little bit. I don't want to soak them, but I'm going to do that top couple inches because these plants are still young and the roots aren't real deep yet. So I'm going to do a quick water on these. Takes me about 30 minutes. And hopefully tomorrow, the sunshine we're going to get and the warmer temperatures is going to perk these plants right back up. So that's my hope anyway. Guys, thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you subscribing to the channel. Share me if you don't mind with other people that might enjoy some of the things we do here on my homestead. And I really would appreciate it. Y'all remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.